How's it going, folks? I think y'all saw this coming. Y'all knew this was going to be the video that I react to today. It's none other than Primal Fear, and they just released a brand new song here called Another Hero, and it's from their upcoming new album releasing September 1st. I'm just super stoked, as I think everybody has been waiting for this song to drop, but it's here now. I'm gonna listen to it. Simple as that. Rangers, go. All right, folks. Now, I try not to sugarcoat things too much. It just give y'all my honest feelings, no matter what the band is, no matter what the song is. It doesn't matter. I always tell you my honest thoughts. And I'm just gonna right out the gate just say that as a whole, I am a smidge underwhelmed. A smidge underwhelmed. I'm not going to lie. When the song first started out with those heavy riffs, and oh man, that riff was so sick and driven and punchy, and I dug it. And then the verses started, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. It's got grit and it's got edge. What you'd expect from this band. And I think what eventually lost me a little bit was the chorus, because when the chorus came along, it just sounded so familiar, like just so like so many other songs, so many other it just that melody and the vibe of it just I couldn't get past the fact that it sounded very run of the mill. And I was expecting maybe a little bit more from this band, a band that's been around for so long, and they've been killing it for so long, and they know what they're doing. And this song here, I guess at the end of the day, and it may be why it was kind of released as a first single, but as far as like heavy metal goes or power metal goes, or especially like the heavy kind of power metal style, as far as that goes, this song, it just came across to me as feeling a bit too much on the commercial side. Now, that's fine and dandy, and again, these are just my thoughts, and I'm not by any means saying it's a bad song, because it's not. It is not a bad song. It's a very well done song, and it's catchy. It's kind of got all the things that you would want. It's got the punchiness for like the metal, and then the chorus, you get that more melodic kind of catchy tune in there that's a little anthemic kind of, and you got the killer guitar. So I mean, it checks all the boxes, but I guess that's the thing, is it checks the boxes, the like mandatory boxes, I guess, and nothing else really. And I guess that's why I just ended up kind of just falling off the train, as far as that goes, because like I said, the guitar work is stellar. I love the riffs, got a really nice vibe, really nice rhythm to it. I was digging it. And even there in the chorus, in between some of the lines, there's like this little kind of riff that adds a little extra punch to it. It's tight, and the solo was wicked. So guitar work was stellar. The drum work was stellar. The vocals, of course, the mighty Ralph Sheepers. I love his voice. He has such grit, such power in his voice, and he can really do that nice kind of punchy metal vocals. And then he can really kind of wail, and his voice, he can get nice and high but still retaining kind of that energy and that power. And so I mean, it just very diverse vocalist, and he can do so much. And so he sounded awesome on this song, and he did a great job on this song. So like I said, it's not a bad song by any stretch. It's a solid song, but it just falls very squarely into kind of a standard fare sort of category for me, where it's solid, and the musicianship and the performances were solid, but as a whole, it didn't. It's just kind of there. It just didn't really have anything to write home about, in my opinion, that really makes it stand out from the crowd. It's like, this is Primal Fear here, and it just feels somewhat like a very kind of commercial, safe sort of song. And again, maybe that's why it's the first single, just to have something that maybe is uh, approachable for a wide audience, for as many folks as possible, while still kind of appeasing longtime fans, because there was that classic sound in there, that classic arrangement, just the classic setup, the way the whole thing goes. So it's just, but in my opinion, by trying to have that kind of wide approach, you lose some nuance, you lose some personality, and I think that's kind of what happened here for my taste. It just felt very, very, very safe, very, very familiar, and it just, that wow factor is not there, even though it was well done, and the performances were very solid, of course. But just as a whole, the song as it stands, it just it it didn't rise above. It's just kind of there, and again, just a very, very familiar sounding type of song, and yeah, I mean that's just really my take on it. Just a very commercial kind of feel to it, very safe approach. Perhaps for the first single, maybe the next one, they'll come out guns blazing, and do something a little bit different. But this one, just a little too safe to where it just does not stand out from the crowd. The only thing that makes this song, in my opinion, stand out from the crowd is because it's Primal Fear. And, you know, a name will only always, kind of get you so far, or take it won't. I guess what I'm trying to say is the only thing, like I said, that makes this song stand out from the pack is the name Primal Fear. Because otherwise, I feel like without that name, this song would just kind of get lost in the shuffle as being a solid song. But how much does it really stand out from all of the other music and bands in this style, in this genre, releasing tunes and all that stuff? Is there enough there to really make it, to really set it apart? I don't think so. But yeah, that's just my takes. And as always, I'm just always going to be honest with you folks. Again, no matter what the band, or even if I know the band, or what have you, at the risk of dislikes, or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I'm always going to be truthful to you guys. And yeah, for better or for worse, I reckon. But that's my thoughts on this here. I think I've talked about it long enough. I'm obviously very much looking forward to the album in September. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of bangers on there. I'm really curious to see what the second single is going to be all about, what that one's going to sound like. But let me know, folks, really, in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on this song? What do you think of it? Are you longtime Primal Fear fans? Is this the first time you've listened to it, the band? And just, what do you think about this song in particular, Another Hero? But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger.